Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to game number 3 of tonight's PGI.S Korea Pro Scrims. I'm absolutely delighted to be welcoming you all to Erangel for game number 3 of 5. You will notice that we don't actually have the team logos. We restarted the game to deal with a couple of interesting issues involving a ridiculous number of smokes in Los Leones. Well, those issues will definitely be fixed this game. The problem, though, unfortunately, is for some reason we haven't got the team info file picked up. So I will try and restart the game again before game number 4. Hopefully it'll be fixed then. But a lack of team logos will not and cannot stop me. So we should all be good. We have 1 o'clock to an 8 o'clock plane path so far. And potentially, ooh, I'm going to take a look at this. Potentially we've got Triumphant Song. A very silent parachuting, I have to say. Triumphant Song might be going up here against Buriram United. Is that Buriram? It is Buriram. Yes. Oh, this could be fun. They're both dropping very, very close to each other. In fact, into the same compound. We absolutely have to check this out. Volleybear gets to the ground first, and we'll be able to get this particular house. Where are Buriram going? They are rushing for the vehicle and getting the hell out of Dodge. On board with God Meow, and yes, they do not contest. A couple of shots at them as they leave. There are no helmets and no vests at the moment, remember, so that could be big. We've also got 2 teams in Pachinki. This is dangerous as well. I believe this is DWG Akia versus Team Liquid. NaVi also absolutely tearing into... Who? Where are we? Where's NaVi? There we are. Oh my god. By the bridge. Infantry. This is Infantry. Infantry down to 1 player so early. NaVi absolutely demolishing Infantry so far. Long as the only player left alive. It looks like they tried to contest. Was it gas station or was it warehouse? Or both, potentially. But NaVi working together to get that down. Do they realize that Long is in glass? Not 100% sure. I'm glad people are liking the music during the interludes. Which painting to jump in? Yes, that is the correct game. Oh, and what an absolutely delight. That was a great level as well. Can we talk about how good DivisionX is? Not just the fact that Mario 64 is arguably the best Mario of all time, but also DivisionX. Level design. Love it. Oh! Indigo gets absolutely clipped with the shotgun there. Who actually gets under in the same breath. Under an Indigo inside this house. Where is the rest of DWG? Oh no! Kale's nowhere close to them. Clip's now gone from shotgun to micro Uzi. Fun PUBG fact. The micro Uzi is the best Uzi in the game. End fun fact. And Kale is going to have to lick his wounds and move on. Under has got 1 kill, which means Team Liquid. Looking like they've got some wounds to lick of their own. Indeed, Mixie is down, unfortunately, and out. But Team Liquid have 3 kills. They've got 3 players left alive. Initial 3 points in the game. Not disastrous for them. DWG, though, after doing so well, are going to be less than pleased with that scenario. NaVi now moving into Ferry Pier as well, and Long staying very, very still. Hoping to rotate in late. Let's take a look at the circle. Southwest of Mansion is the center of circle number 1. Shoot to kill, moving very early on. I wonder if they're going to get Heaven. I think they might actually get Heaven, or Sky Garden, as it is known in Asia. In terms of pro callouts. Digital Athletics also comfortably moving into this lovely ridge line here. And yes, indeed, Shoot to Kill will be able to take that location. Zenith have Lipovka, Prison, and Mansion. That is a massive amount of territory for them to be commanding right now. They may have to consolidate at some point soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they all move to Mansion. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Digital Athletics now potentially looking to do exactly the same thing, and Virtus.pro coming in as well. Uh-oh. Can someone cue the Jaws music? Because that's kind of what I feel like is happening to Long right now. I'm aware that's probably not from Jaws. The Tab coming in with the double barrel shotgun as well. Oh my, oh my, oh my. They know someone's here. They 100% know someone's here. But we have to watch for these crashes. Virtus.pro coming towards Mansion. The Estoloch gets taken down, actually. Long from the barrel. And the Tab has been flashed. Long getting finished off by the UMP of Orange. Presumably Delzor's watching and will be very pleased with that. Shinboy wants Mansion. Zenith want Mansion. But they haven't been able to rotate here fast enough. And Virtus.pro are now moving in. Do they abandon the position or do they push in? Kickstart has to make a decision. No, the team have decided to move away. Zenith are giving up Mansion. Big decision for them. Maybe they'll join Roth and Poonage. Not 100% sure. We'll wait and see. Team Liquid and Kale. Kale, one of your 5 a day. Still chilling out in Pachinki. And Team Liquid basically goading him out right now, saying, we're sick of this game, hide and seek. Where are you? Jeems going an interesting route. Doing a very good job reversing that dash up, but unfortunately won't be able to get over that wall. Just looking for signs that someone else is here. They want information, and Kale's not giving it to them right now. He's in the sewers, very happy to escape. Team Liquid are making a lot of noise. And unfortunately, Kale is not playing ball. Right. So Virtus.pro. Hold on Mansion. Never mind. Kale is playing ball now. That's Jeems down. I'm not sure about that because in exchange for that knock, all 3 of them could now be coming this way. And that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence from a DWG standpoint. Not because Kale can't do this, but because you just don't naturally want to fight a 1v3 in a lobby this stacked. Especially not this early on in the game. That grenade, unfortunately, neither of them really getting to where they want to be. So they now know they're on the other side of the dip. Let's watch from Kale's perspective. A lot of footsteps in towards him now. See, that initial knock onto Jeems is basically what has forced Team Liquid into fighting. Like, Kale could have stayed silent and tried to rotate in afterwards. Not interested. Kale does think, oh, he has a comfortable chance of this 1v3. He gets spotted very quickly. Clip almost going down there, but not quite. No one's stopping to heal. They are absolutely swarming in. They think he's gone through to the other side. He hasn't. He hasn't. Kale could come back up again. Jeems finds him. And that's the headshot from the Scarl. Team Liquid eliminate DWG early on in phase 1. They lose Mixie for the privilege, but they've got 4 points in the bag. God meow now. Buriram United taking out the vehicle tires of Team Liquid. Not very nice. I don't think they're going to rotate into Pachinki, though, especially given this kind of circles. That's fine. Let's take a look where everyone else is. Oath have pushed up and kind of span Milta Power towards Lipovka. Zenith are choosing to split still, but have abandoned Mansion. So they could go north or south, depending on where they are. Fine. FaZe Clan, far north, wanting to play edge. And Petrichor, just north of Virtus.pro. They're a little bit split at the moment. I don't fancy this group of players taking on the whole of Virtus.pro. Then again, Batul and Spyro are just a duo if they stay that split. I would personally want to hang back at Mansion or leave at the first sign of trouble. But these guys know what they're doing way better than I ever will. So, Heaven taken by Shoot to Kill. We've got Purdy, Curdy, and Penta taking a little bit of a halfway house compound here. Saying, you know what, this split is acceptable because if the circle comes here, this is very, very defensible. So this could be good for them. MCG, MultiCircle Gaming. I've got Museum or Hall of Fame. Oh, Fuzzface crashing Heaven. Here comes FaZe Clan. Fuzzface down and out. Alo and Luke will be forced to deal with him from multiple directions. Luke therefore moving back into the garage building, realizing that FaZe have him surrounded, which is an excellent thing to do. Oh, look at that beautiful shutting of the door, preventing the grenade from going in from Alo. Nice. Excellent timing. So Shoot to Kill and FaZe are now taking this. Where is the rest of Shoot to Kill? Here they come. Purdy, Curdy, and Penta moving up the south side. I imagine they're going to go onto the cliff on the southeastern side and sort of come up from this way, but we'll wait and see. FaZe Clan do not have a lot of time to deal with these guys as a duo because the rest of the team are going to be moving in very, very shortly. Lots of sprays coming in speculative. Alo and Luke really just trying to stall for time. Excellent Molotov onto Alo. He's going to have to go prone and hit that first aid immediately. Will it be enough? Purdy Curdy goes down, actually. Gustav managing to spot the vehicle that's come out from elsewhere, and that's a problem because Pentalol was their last chance for an alternative angle onto FaZe Clan, and now suddenly the rest of FaZe are purely focused on dealing with these two inside the garage building. IT and Gustav still up alive, and the first blood actually going to shoot to kill in this 2v2 scenario. ITZY trying to gatekeep on the ground floor, won't be able to do it. Sees Alo on the balcony. Alo manages to jump down in time, but only just. And ITZY not checking his 6 from the stairs where Luke actually came up. Suddenly, this is a 2v1. Gustav's bleeding out quite quickly. Don't think he'll be able to get that. Is he going to try and use the vehicle and get away that way, perhaps? ITZY now down to 1. FaZe Clan, after winning that previous game in a high-octane situation, can shoot to kill. Alo and Luke have managed to hold this very, very well. Unfortunately, the rest of their team went down in the interim, and not today, Satan. All right, Gustav getting revived on the outside edge. Alo peeking out the window, getting ITZY, but Gustav has actually already been rezzed. Just a second too late there. FaZe Clan are now up as 2. Are they going to push? It looks like they might. ITZY down! And Gustav not quite able to do it on his own. It was a tough ask. What an incredible fight there for Heaven. Shoot to kill will win it. Alo will get smoked in, and now, oh my god! DXG and Virtus.pro surrounding both of these guys. This is not ideal at all. Well done, guys. You've won a team fight. Here's 8 more players. Blech. Unbelievable. Oh, you do not want to be that ham in that sandwich right now. Oh my good golly gosh. This is not gonna be fun for Shoot to Kill. Guys, spoiler alert, I don't think Shoot to Kill survives this, but if they do, it'll be incredible. Circle has shifted south. A little bit of water involved, but not too much. Prison is still in. I imagine these positions are going to be rather difficult to take. Zenith has actually rotated south of Lumberyard. You can see that here. So they were previously taking this northern position. They opted to rotate early. DXG have now moved out of Heaven. That means that Shoot to Kill only have to deal with Virtus.pro 1v4 now, as Luke was the only player alive. Won't be able to do that. And Virtus.pro, like a team of synchronized swimmers, flies in to loot the corpses and instantly bows out. So that is Shoot to Kill out, unfortunately, in this game. Having to fight up to 3 teams at once is unreal, even in the best of circumstances. Very, very rough pincer movement there. NaVi managing to rotate into Milta without incurring the wrath of Buriram United, who we watched at the start of the game, being in a little bit of a tricky position, having to run away in that UAS, but now actually settling in quite nicely. They've only got the 1 kill so far, but it doesn't matter. They're in a good position, and they will be possibly in a good place to pick up more kills. Let's see where the next circle takes us, though. We've got Triumphant Song on the northern edge, and FURIA as well. They've got a reasonable amount of space to use. And Mamu's doing a good job as well of just holding this northern road for Pyro so that they can be relatively comfortable in these compounds here. They just want to make sure no one rotates in from here. So just letting Triumphant Song know that yes, someone is here. No, it will be difficult. And now opting to rotate themselves, because this is actually a little bit of a hard shift towards a 3 o'clock position. Milta are going to have to get out. NaVi will have to think of a plan very quickly, but not as quickly as Digital Athletics, who are already on the road and rolling out. Problem is, they might be going straight into Oath. I would stay at this rock if I were you. Bale, Frost, and Snake are going to be hearing Mert coming. And that is Mert off from the 2-man bike. Unfortunately, the rest of Digital Athletics will likely be stopping short. Code Marker, they're stuck out in a little bit of no man's land. Balefrost might be able to get some additional shots. Just manages to get to that rock. And Smash is going to have to go elsewhere. But now he's between 2 completely different teams as well. Oath on one side and Pyro on the other. And he gets taken down. So Code Marco on rotation, the last player left alive for Digital Athletics. Still trying to move towards Smash, actually. If he's able to get that res off, that'll be delightful. But right now, it is... oh, God. High-octane territory, and I don't think Code Marco is going to be able to get this quite in the way he wanted. He is indeed just going to have to snake it out. Triumphant Song finishing off FURIA there, and Pat Caps will also be able to take out Code Marco and Smash. I thought The Digital Athletics were able to survive with one other player, but it's FURIA versus TSG right now in prison. And we've also got Virtus.pro moving up on them as well. Bachulins, by the way, from behind is the player we really want to be watching here. Hyruzen has also got a potential angle, and he's going to use that delightfully against Volibear. Triumphant Song now really struggling. Virtus.pro coming at them from all sorts of angles, and it's the lack of knowledge. It's not the lack of shooting, it's the lack of knowledge that's really doing Triumphant Song a disservice here. Just when you thought you've seen everything, another angle is possible. Spyro goes down, but look at this. Even if that didn't work, Bachulins was ready. Look at this sick angle that he would have been able to take in the hopes of trading. Virtus.pro are taking these engagements on the edge absolutely delightfully. In the meantime, Buriram United moving into meta gaming now. Got Meow and Konaxi down to a duo. How many players are in this combat for meta gaming? 0. Interesting. Ragnardinho and Wicked are both down. Oh no. Sizzle's End now. The struggle is real. Having to fight against MCG on his own. The rest of the team, unfortunately, out elsewhere. Ragnardinho will not survive this. He's having to push up against MCG. It's probably his best shot. They think he's further down. He's not. That's Evil lead down and out. Crucially, claiming the point for the team there. Meta Gaming. Summer on the left side is spotted. Flashbang on the trees. No longer on the tree, though. That angle is good. The flashbang's probably saved him, buying him a little bit of time to get to this next tree and potentially heal. Summer still has the high ground. Lingdu now coming in to support. Is this the end of meta gaming, or is this potentially something special right on the left side of this tree? Lingdu will be able to help get that off, and that means meta gaming eliminates now in 11th place. We're into our top 10. Tianba pushing into Oath, getting rejected at the first attempt, and unfortunately Lin Shun has been spotted in the rear, and as a result, Buriram United will be able to get an extra point. Tianba now looking problematic at best. Lurina is the last player alive. All 4 members of Oath breathing down his neck, and that Snake is taking him out. But what of Buriram United? We'll have to keep an eye on them. That's going to be particularly important. Elsewhere on the east side, we see Virtus.pro moving in. Petrichor Road holding this position beautifully. Virtus.pro knows that someone is going to be down here. It'll either be Zenith or Petrichor. Like, these guys, they're experienced enough to know that those are good compounds to take. So staying on the high ground and only doing the odd little peek to gain information is the right thing to do right now. One of the things that's the most impressive about Virtus.pro is how quickly the team can switch from we need to rush these guys and finish them quickly to let's hang back and gather information. They're able to switch between those two styles of gameplay very quickly, and they do it as a team, and that's what makes them so impressive, I think, in a lot of these engagements. Spyro now seeing a vehicle and grabbing it to rotate in just in case the next circle isn't favorable or they need to use a vehicle as some sort of cover, which makes perfect sense. Konaxi getting a little bit too close to Balefrost in the Wizard Tower as well. He'll get knocked. There's no rush to finish. Oath are in a very defensible position, and the only way they become vulnerable is if they move out of that position to engage other teams. So they're happy to get the knocks. Hopefully they get the points as well. Maybe not. Klib spotting Balefrost and trying to hold an angle as well. He'll be completely entitled to do that. Team Liquid very much on the edge, though. NaVi and Zenith. Game of peeking there. Roth just beyond the vision of the tab season. The tab season. The tab season. Oh no, maybe just a slither too much, and Roth will be able to get the peek. Excellent. Grenade actually does more for the card than anything else. Tab continuing to hug it. That second grenade, though, will be completely fine, and Roth takes him out. God Meow and Konaxi going down now. Unfortunately, MCG also getting involved in that fight. That's because the next circle is centering in more or less on Oath's position. Zenith are going to be fine. Petrichor Road have to think about moving a little bit, and they are going to be fighting against Virtus.pro as soon as they vacate this position. Is Spyro going to stay with an off angle for as long as possible? Or is he going to rotate in the vehicle? My money's on rotating in the vehicle. Oh, not before potentially getting a headshot, though. Mamu puts his head above the parapet just for a moment and immediately gets shot at. So they know where Virtus.pro are. DXG have stayed relatively quiet. They're in the east side of Lumberyard, and they actually have a very good view of Virtus.pro and more cover than them as well. I believe this is a little bit of a hill and a crest. Yes, it is. So they have the potential to keep the high ground advantage and push down onto Virtus.pro if they want. Let's keep an eye on that. In the meantime, Zenith versus NaVi. Not looking good for NaVi right now. Orange and Giestoloch are struggling. They've got 4 kills. And to be fair, a buggy's all they need to rotate in. But who the hell are they going to get past? That's what I want to know. A buggy and a bike. A buggy, a bike, and a dream. Here we go. That's Ibby doing damage to them right now. They can't stop here. If they stop here, they're still in the blue. This doesn't improve their position by very much. And the rest of Team Liquid are going to be inside circle, watching them, gatekeeping them. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. This is going to be squeezing the position. We should watch Mamu right now. Sneaking up around the back of Virtus.pro. I'm pretty confident that Virtus.pro don't know he's here. If he gets Batulins first, who is the closest player, that's going to be massive. Batulin's already looking his direction. He's heard the footsteps. So important to listen to those audio cues. And Zenith actually takes a chunk out of Mamu, but he doesn't know Batulins is here. This is about as close as you're going to get, guys. Meanwhile, NaVi being forced, thanks to the blue, they get eliminated. It's actually going to be a Zenith who do most of the damage there. Back on board with Mamu and Batulins. DXG now deciding to third party. And that actually completely stops this fight from happening. Mamu goes down to Shinboy. Batulins is in the blue without a clue. Haruzin and Lu also getting backstabbed there. We were talking about DXG potentially looking to come down from up above and engage these guys one team at a time. They need to be a little bit careful of Petrichor Road. That's exactly what they've done. And MCG have taken the opportunity to continue to push up on the other side. This is third-party central right now. They're saying, oh, nice hill that you've pushed out. We're going to take that. We're going to do exactly the same thing you did. NBK now going down. And MultiCircle Gaming looking to be the last team into the fight. Now, generally speaking, in these situations, the last team to engage ends up being the one most likely to achieve victory overall. Excellent, absolutely excellent frag grenade there from Spyro. Not enough to finish Ike's left, though. Oh, this next one. This next one. Ike's left, forced to abandon the revive, down to 44 hit points himself. Another grenade just off Spyro. Unbelievably deadly with those grenades, just stuck in this rock formation. Not a care in the world, except for the Molotov. It's not quite close enough. It's Spyro versus Roth. And Roth might have friends. An excellent, beautiful M4 spray there. Finishes off DXG, actually. Remember, MultiCircle Gaming were the ones who were moving up behind them. Good flashbang onto Roth, forcing Zenith to rotate around the other side. Spyro anticipating the push, instantly using a flashbang. Problem is there are just so many people in other angles. Spyro himself gets flashed. Let's move back around. Looking at Roth, desperate for a way in. The problem is Petrichor Road are now coming in here as well, and suddenly Spyro is really screwing up the chances of Zenith. Petrichor Road are going to third party this, and MCG will be watching on from the high ground going, thank you very much, we'll just pick up the scraps. 5 teams left alive at the 24-minute mark, definitely not like the city finish we had last time. Spyro gets taken out by Ike's left, and Roth has other issues to deal with right now. Ike's left. Oh my god! Roth not quite getting that right. The Rock actually getting a lot of those bullets. Although he does manage at least to get into a position where Poonage can back him up. Ooh, Ike's left. We'll be very, very pleased with that. And Zenith versus Petrichor Road. Very, very important. Oath, by the way, throughout all of this, they've stayed out of trouble. They've just kept their position, going, I don't know what you guys are on about. We're just here on vacation. And they've kept all 4 of themselves alive. So arguably, they are now favorites to take this chicken dinner. These 2 duos going to be at it. Hammer and Tongs. Roth coming out of the smoke. Very close. The Grey spots him. Does a lot of damage, but gets knocked in the process. That's very important. It's now 1v2. Poonage needs to make something happen. Massive pressure on him there. We've got 4x on the SLR. Doesn't matter. Oath up behind him. And the third party gets an extra point for Oath. And it means that Petrichor Road will be able to take 1 more point. Ike's left a crucial knock onto MCG as well. And suddenly, it's a 2v2v4. Lingdu and 995 will no doubt be looking towards Ike's left right now, but they're going to be asking who else is left. Snake is by far the most advanced player for Oath right now. They've got most of the circle to themselves. They're very happy to just watch where everyone else in third party where possible. They're up to 10 kills, double digits right now, and are looking very, very good to take this game. But we've seen 1v3s, 1v4s so far today. You never count anybody out in this game that is PUBG. .995 Lingdu are going to be forced at least part way down from their summit position really soon. I would argue MCG are potentially in the worst position later on, but Lingdu doesn't seem to think so. He's got a Kar 98, and he's not afraid to pop heads. That's reload down. I believe Patnat Caps should be able to get him up comfortably. Actually, if they go this western edge, they should be okay to get to this ridge here, so I take that back. They had a bad position against Petrichor, but they're fine against Oath. Balefrost has been spotted. Probably used the Kar 98, admittedly. Great flick shot there! Good damage to the body of Balefrost. Pushing further in. Are Oath now going to take on a 2v1? We'll have to wait and see. Ike's left now pushing in. Looking for Snakers. Oath are fighting both teams, and yes, Ike's left gets the headshot onto Snakers. That's big. 995 was against Balefrost, now against Patcaps and Relo as well, so this is very much a 2v3. MCG moving straight in, potentially good Molotov there. On the right-hand side of that shelter-esque opening, forcing Patcaps to not be able to peek. Another great hit from Lingdu, but that's actually across the way onto Petrichor. Relo and Balefrost right in front of him. Taking some shots against the tree. Now going to the other side of the smoke. This could be a good flank. Relo looking on the left side still, and Gray might be able to play spoiler. Ray doesn't play spoiler. Patcap spots him, gets him with the SLR. It's a 1v2v3. Ike's left. No one's really shooting at him right now. It looks like he's just waiting to potentially first get into second place and then see if there's a way to play the 1vx to fight for the victory. I don't think Snakers is going to get revived. Balefrost trying to come closer. Looking for a little bit more against MCG. It's a problem with fighting uphill. You can't exactly run to the next tree, run to the next tree, run to the next tree. You see a head pop up, that's it. Gone. North America versus China. Versus China as well. Don't count out Ike's left and Petrichor Road. Oath still with 3 alive. Gray's gonna bleed out. Nothing they can do about that. Balefrost still holding this position. Phase 8, a little bit of a donut. Absolutely no desire for any of these teams to move. Ike's left is completely fine to stay where he is, getting those extra points potentially if these guys are forced to fight first. Ming Lu absolutely beasting it. Love the K9 coming out from MCG. Lingdu has been tremendous. But he has it all to do again because Oath have managed to get the revives off. Balefrost, Relo, and Patcaps all at full health right now. Blue forcing them in. Patcaps, though, gets traded out. And Xsset will very happily steal that, leaving MCG as a one-man band. It's now 1v1v2, and if PatCaps gets revived, which I believe he will, it's going to end up being a 1v1v3. 995 is arguably closer to the center of the circle right now. He might just wait until Xsset goes down. Xsset is going to be forced in a lot faster than everyone else. Let's watch his rotation. Far south, actually, here. Able to loot a corpse as well. That's good. He's almost onto Relo. Relo must have heard footsteps. A lot of smokes being deployed here. Balefrost is spotted. I don't know if Balefrost saw him as well. Balefrost definitely saw him now. And here comes the barrel of Xsset. We're going to have to fight. If he wins this fight 1v2, it's an extra 2 points. It's big. Get some good hits onto Balefrost, but won't be a match for the headshots. And it's Oath versus MCG. 995 knows PatCaps is there. Relo coming in from the off angle, though. Multiple directions, and a combination of Relo and PatCaps will allow them to take the victory. Oath, ladies and gentlemen, who have done so well in the scrims to date, take home their first chicken dinner of today. 13 kills, doing an absolutely incredible job. MultiCircle Gaming will be in second, and Petrichor Road come home in third.